I'm hoping Carlotta's here.
What's the difference
We're
between
going
a
to do
service
something
animal
here.
and
One
an
more
emotional support pet?
happy little
Well, a
note from
service
Miss
animal has to
Carlotta.
go through
Someone
long and
run and grab
expensive training.
Carlotta. Get her a chocolate donut or two. Okay? This is for Carlotta. And all of us, of course. Actually, this is simply amazing. Faye, one of our friends here, Faye, sent me this. She said, Pops, you're not going to believe this. I listened to it all afternoon yesterday. Good morning, everybody. Sad good morning. We'll talk about it later. Just let's listen to James and Luciano. These are like two icons. Noah made the ark. Without a woman or a girl. Now this is Pop singing. Shh. This is Pop's part. I'll be singing this part. Sandman will sing the other part for Carlotta. This is Pop's part. Shh. This is Pop's part right here. Isn't this amazing, Sandman? Faye sent this to me because Pops, you gotta watch this. I'm like, that is amazing. They're so good. I want one of those collars. I want one of those muffler things Luciano wears to protect his throat. Oh. Anybody want to give a thumbs up for that? Any thumbs up for those two giants? Can you imagine being there? Like, that is cool AF. Right? So we're feeling a little soul this morning. We're going to throw a little more soul at y'all. Okay? Wait for it. We're going to go a little soulful. Woo! Gosh, I like that. Thank you, Faye. Wait for this one. Wait for this one. Oh my goodness. Here it is. I've been loving you too long. Stop now. And you want to be free. This is this morning. Got the Pops Blues. Long. Wants up now. Otis Redding, overjoyed. Kim, you'd be a wonderful dance partner. Listen to RX. Right? Got a little throwback there. The Goonie, for the love of fungus. Don't do it for Pops. Do it for the love of fungus. Smash the like buttons. Wait. This is really good. Shut up, Pops. I'm sorry for anybody that's already bored. There is one more song in the queue. One more is coming up. So hang in there. Hang in there. This is important stuff. Too long. I don't want to stop now. Oh, oh. Now, don't make me stop. Don't make me stop. I'm on my knees. Don't make me stop. It's our show, Veggie. But thank you. Here comes the next one. Oh, yeah. Pops has one more in the queue. Just because. And don't worry, it's only 2 minutes and 34 seconds long. Okay. Here we go. A little bluesy still this morning. But this, I didn't get the lyrics to this, but they're really good if you listen. Shh, Pops was going to let them listen. I love that background music. Brookie, do not wake him up. Kimberly. I'm practically as old as your dad, so calm down. What are you, 22? Big J. Wake him up and make love to him. Oh, I know. That's crazy, kid. Jimmy, how we feeling about this morning's music? Of course, now we've got to go to the, as the Tea Crew turns stomach music, whatever we call it. How did we like this morning's music? Hold on, stop it, Pops. We're a little bluesy this morning, huh? Well, hot dang, TH3. You be quiet. Of course it's Pops. The Detroit Mush Lab. We're giving one of these away today. We're going to give one of these away today. The white lettered one. These are super rare. There's only about 5 in existence. These are the normal ones. We're giving one of these away. They're pretty rare too, because they come from Pops. Hold everything, please. We're going to get our therapist music going. I never put it that way before, but this is what I would be listening to in my therapist office. Oh, where is my therapist office? Where is it, by the way? Oh, my therapist office is in my grow house. That's where it is. Hold on one sec while I turn the light on. Okay, well, that was quite a diet of music this morning, but I was feeling every one of those songs. I was feeling them all. Carlotta, if you missed Luciano and James Brown, 2 of your favorite, go back and check them out. Okay? Go back and check them out. It was really neat. That came from Faye. Let me just read this card first. I want to get this part of my morning out of the... Joe Dubai, that's a good one. This is my therapist office. I like that, Joe. I kind of agree with you on that, too. Oh, I know, Big J. That's the thing we're gonna have to talk about. Vegas, you're so sweet to me every morning. I got this beautiful card from Trippin' Vic. Trippin' Vic and I, just a little bit of business. It's really sweet. I just love her and her son, Sid Hunter. Great, great people. Salt of the earth. Living in Maine, they must freeze all the time. She sent me this beautiful card. Thank you. 2 small words for such a big feeling. Pops, your kindness really made a difference. Your thoughtfulness really touched my heart. The gratitude I feel really can't be put into words. Wait for it, because everybody thinks that Pops is getting a gift, but no, you guys are. Okay? Notice they're the same color too. I don't think she did it on purpose, but maybe she did. Maybe she's camouflage friendly. You are truly an inspirational person, and we're grateful to have found you. I'm grateful I found you. Thank you so very much. Much love, V and V. That's her and him. They're adorable. They remind me of I used to take care of my mom. He isn't necessarily taking care of her, but they have that kind of a relationship. It's sweet. She sent me cash. I opened it up and money fell out of the envelope. I'm like, what the heck's that? She goes, oh, the extra money is for the Mush Fest. Or get yourself something you need. She's trying to get me to buy one of those Luciano Pavarotti scarves. Not gonna do it. She just bought you guys a hat. She just bought you guys a hat. Now, tripping. Trip. Oh, you're on the spot. Guess what you have to do now? Give it away. Go give this away. Please give this away right now. You're on the spot. You want me to come back to you in 10 minutes and you'll have figured out your giveaway? Because I know you always have to leave a little bit early. What do you think? So she bought you guys a hat. Trippy? Trippin' Vic? That's a lady, by the way. Vicky. Victoria. Victim. Victy. She's not a victim. Trip, give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I'm still looking for initials MS in Walla Walla, Washington. MS, Mr. Walla Walla, Washington, where are you? MS, those are his initials. I might as well say his first name is Mark. Mark S. Walla Walla, Washington. Please, I have something here from you and I don't know what to do with it. And I guess I'll have to write you a letter because I don't know how to contact you. Mark S. Walla Walla, Washington. Fine, Pops. Give her 10 minutes, Pops. You got it, Big J. 10 minutes and you're up, a Trip and Vic, for a hat giveaway. In the meantime, I'll do one. But let me tell you guys about my minimal sadness. You ready? First of all, I love pointers that do this. Already, you know, whatever announcement I'm about to make is going to be very official. Am I right? It almost reminds me of Queen Elizabeth's scepter. The only thing missing here is an orb. Well, we could make that be the orb. So we have the scepter, boop, pointer scepter, and an orb. Okay? Like, check out the board behind me when I stand up. Check out the board behind me when I stand up. Get ready. Oh, there seems to be a little bit. Oh, there we go. Huh. What did I just do? Sorry. Okay. Let's start over. Take a picture of that. Take a screenshot and hold on to it. Contact fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. All commercials repeat themselves over and over. So, fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. Contact Pops at. You get the idea. Save that. That's blurry. I'll post it again. Here, how do I get it better for you? Fungi, it's pretty easy. fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. Okay, so for now, the website fungi2u, my website is dead. Yeah, it's been closed. There's all kinds of technical reasons, and anything else I would say I would not be impeccable right now. So, not all, how do I put it without making, there's no victims. It's important to work with people of a like mind that are just as impeccable or trying to be, practicing impeccability to the degree that you're trying. And it's okay when it doesn't happen because I don't have an attachment. So, for now, it's going to be super easy to get a hold of me. That's my email we set up. And very soon, I would say by this weekend, there will be another site. It might even be easier and nicer than the one I just had. But you move into your next generations. We put a lot of time and effort and sweat into that situation there. We really did. And it worked out great for a lot of us. But I want you guys, just listen to your own head, because I listened to mine. And the final spark to the big fire that I will just shut my thing down with is this. This is the truth. Hasn't the quality of the site dropped off in the last month or so? Haven't we been having a few more problems, a few more missed shipments, a few more, hey, where's my tracking? A few more, haven't we? That's how I feel. And I don't just feel that way, but I kind of track the numbers. I track the numbers. And if it isn't working at a 95% or better customer service satisfaction, and not that people are putting in bad performance reviews, but I'm tracking. Okay? And I know that the site was losing besides having a lot of technical problems out of our control, I don't think I was serving correctly. Can you guys appreciate that? You reevaluate yourself, reset your situation, and you go again. And that's what we'll be doing. And it won't be very, very hard. I've learned so much in this first one that it's certainly going to make my second generation even better. Okay? So, I'd also like to just put this out there. Don't ever hesitate to just admit I can get better. Don't ever hesitate to say I can do better. And don't blame people behind you. Don't blame your staff. Don't blame support. Don't blame anyone. If you're the front guy, you take the fall, baby. You're the guy. You're the guy. Now, what are you going to do about it? You're going to make a decision. Quit struggling along like you got one left leg and a broken right. You learned how to walk really well. Let's get to work and run this time. And that's what we're going to do. So the truth is right now, there are not very many. I can tell you this right now. I also shut it at a time where there weren't a lot of outstanding orders. There was not a lot of outstanding orders. Greenie, it does reflect that quite a bit. But that's a separate issue because I'm responsible. Okay? There are not very many outstanding orders. If you feel like you have one, as a matter of fact, yesterday I refunded some money to somebody because I was like, I can't even complete the order because we had shut the site down. So if you have something that Pops owes you, I get it to you. I never question. I never say, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to check a tracking to see if you got it. Nothing. If you tell me, Pops, I'm missing it, I believe you, and I send you another one. So if there's something you're missing, how will you get a hold of me to let me know? So I can make sure all of that past stuff's cleaned up. In the future, you want to get a hold of me just for about 2 or 3 or 5 days. This has been a long commercial. I apologize to you guys. But it's sort of important. What's more important is to be an example. This is not feeling good. This doesn't feel good to do. It's dirty. There's a lot of hot dog water. I'm getting it clean. This is painting the wall time. This is, you know what I'm talking about? You guys know what Pops talks about. This is paint the wall time. Okay? You got to clean it up. And whew, you guys know how it works. Okay? Oh, I know, Overjoyed. We're doing it ourselves. We will have a site up by this weekend. We'll have another site up by this weekend. And I'll announce the name and everything. It'll probably be something along that lines. Something along that lines. Okay? And again, did I have to go through this whole rigmarole in front of all of you guys and do all of this explanations and stuff? No. I could have just done one quick little announcement. I really am. I promise, as your friend, I'm just trying to be an example. This particular one's an example of what not to do, but how to get better. Okay? We were failing a little bit, and I don't like that, and we don't stand for that. And if it was any other situation, I'd clean house and start over with it too. Okay, enough said. So here you go. fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. Send me a message over there. We'll take care of everything. Prize boxes. Prize boxes. You don't even have to go to a site and try to find me. Everyone out there has email. Send me an email with your address, and you'll get your prize boxes. Okay? The first prize box we're going to give away is right now, and then we're going to roll straight to Trip and Vic. The first one I want to give away is going to be a top 10 list. Top 10 states with the most road networks. Thank you, Greenie. Top 10 states with the greatest road networks. They have the most roads in them. Pennsylvania, North Carolina. I picked one off of the list. Texas, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Texas, California, Tennessee, Connecticut, Colorado, New Jersey, New York, Alaska, Minnesota, New York. I'm glad we're playing games instead of talking about bad stuff. Ohio, New York, Maryland, Georgia, Tennessee. I love you guys very much. Michigan, Utah, California. You guys flew right into this game. I love you. We're all the way down to Georgia, New York, Texas, Alaska. It's definitely, Texas is number one. I didn't pick it. I picked the 10th one on the list. I still haven't seen it. Florida, Nevada, California, Cali, Florida. I picked number 10. Detroit, no, it's not a state. Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky. I picked the 10th one off of this list. Michigan, Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia, Louisiana, Nevada, Illinois. You guys are never going to guess this one. I'm going to tell you it starts with an I. It starts with an I, okay? Wyoming, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Alaska, North Carolina, Maine. And it wasn't Illinois, right? Washington, New Mexico, Alabama, Ohio, Washington, Florida. Let's get some eyes. It is not Illinois. Pennsylvania, Chicago, New Hampshire, Washington, an M, and in Arizona, Georgia, D.C. Good morning, thee. Oregon, Nevada, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Georgia, Alaska, Idaho, no. Idaho, no. Indiana, no. Idaho, no. Oklahoma, no. Those islands, no. Illinois, no. IA, I guess that's overjoyed. I'm just going to say IA. Isn't that Idaho? Is IA? Okay, well, that's not it. Idaho, Indiana, Guam, Illinois. Joey Barboza. He's been to Iowa. Iowa is the answer. Joey Barboza. I'm surprised. I wouldn't think Iowa would have that many. Maybe there's just so many roads through the cornfields. Number 1 is Texas, Joey. Number 2 is California. Number 3 is Illinois. 4, Kansas. 5, Minnesota. 6, Missouri. 7, here's good old Michigan. I would have thought it was higher. Pennsylvania's number 8. Ohio, number 9. And Joey Barboza, Iowa, number 10. Roads. Roads always fascinate me. I love maps. I'm like a cartographer in my head. Joey Barboza. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, Joey. Joey, you got a Pops 10 pack. You got Pops 10 pack. We have a pretty big lag because a lot of you are still answering. I'm sorry. Here we go. We got a Pops 10 pack for you. and a fresh fruit. It's not fresh, it's dehydrated, but it's pretty darn big. Here it is. Look how big that is. Pretty darn big. Joey Barboza. So Joey was, if someone else said Iowa first, I'm sorry I didn't see it. Joey was the first one I saw on my screen. So, and I do a pretty good job of reading them nowadays. So Joey, I'm gonna be, this is obnoxious what I'm about to do. Joey, there's a big lag, but here's what, it's anonymous. Excuse me, this is gonna be obnoxious. Are you ready? To get a hold of me, you can call fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. That's how you have to send me your address. Obnoxious Popo this morning. Trip, are you ready? Joe thinks he had it. Guys, it's on my screen. I promise. I read my screen. And the lags and everything, you guys probably answered first. But I can only read my screen, kids. Okay, let's do it. So, Trip and Vic, are you ready? Penny Pack. Penny Pack gets the hat. We already gave the hat away. Is that a true statement, Trip and Vic? Penny Pack is getting the hat? Tell me again. You guys are having contests out there while Pops is talking away? Penny Pack. Okay, that's great. Penny. She's a lovely lady. She might be at Mushfest. She's talking about coming to Mushfest. That's right, Joe. Your day will come. Okay. Well, I didn't see how you gave it away, Trippy, but I'm glad you did. Congratulations. Penny Pack. Let me, I have to put a note on it or Pops will forget. And I have a whole new system now, right? You can't count on that website. One second. Oh, you laugh because you want to cry. But you don't get attached. Speaking of attachments, can I share a little more about attachments with you guys this morning? This has been like an attachment talk about week, right? We've been talking about attachments. It's weird because attachments, man, the more I think about them, they come in every shape, size, shape, color, but they do the same thing to us. But people are like, what's an attachment? Oh, gosh, if we could spend, we could brainstorm here for an hour. Oh, we're supposed to do question and answer too. Well, we're going to still do question and answer right after we do attachments. Okay, let's do a little bit of attachment situation. And then we'll close out with question and answer. We'll go for as long as you want, 10, 15-ish. Yes? Yes. What must I do? The way to love. So we're going to read this. Get all spiritual and correct. Get aware. It's good to do every day. It's like your morning devotional almost. Our morning devotional. Teacher, what good deed must I do to have eternal life? There are certain religions, they count how many good deeds you do. You have to count them up to a certain number, and once they reach a certain number, then boop, the door opens, you're in. So it's kind of a works-related situation. So the guys are out there trying to outwork each other, knock on doors from each other. How many doors did you knock on this weekend? How many souls did you save? Yeah, the more souls I save, the further up I get in the line, closer to the window of getting in. What? Are you kidding me? That's your deal? You're in that deal? That's your circle? Okay. Let's talk about a different circle. What must I do? Teacher, what good deed must I do to have eternal life? Think of yourself in a concert hall listening to the strains of the sweetest music when you suddenly remember that you forgot to lock your car. You're anxious about the car. You can't walk out of the hall and you can't enjoy the music. There you have a perfect image of life as it is lived by most human beings. For life, to those who have ears to hear, life is a symphony. But it's very, very rare indeed the human who hears all the music. Why? Because they're busy listening to the noise that their conditioning and programming have put in their heads. Have you ever been there? I'm busy listening to my programming, man. I can't enjoy this at all. I'm not aware of what's going on. I'm busy, baby. I got some programming to listen to. Stuff starts flowing out your ears and stuff. That and something else. They're tied to their attachments. An attachment is a major killer of life. To really hear the symphony, you must be sensitively attuned to every instrument in the orchestra. When you take pleasure only in the drum, you cease to hear the symphony because the sound of the drum has blotted out all the other instruments. You may have your preference for drum or a violin or a piano. No harm in these, for a preference does not damage your capacity to hear and enjoy other instruments. But the moment your preference becomes an attachment, it hardens you to the other sounds and you suddenly undervalue them. And it blinds you to its particular instrument too. For you give it value all out of proportion to its merit. Now look at a person or a thing that you have an attachment for. Look at a person or a thing. Take a minute. This is mental practice. We do this a couple of times a week. We just sort of walk through it. What's a thing you're attached to or a person? Now look at a person or a thing you have an attachment for. Someone or something to whom you have handed over the power to make you happy or unhappy. Don't kid yourself you have them. Don't decide if you're happy today or not. Observe how, because of your concentration on getting this person or that thing or holding on to it and enjoying it exclusively to the exclusion of others and persons, and how because of your obsession with this person or thing, you have now less sensitivity to the whole world. Because you're focused on something, that attachment. You have become hardened. And have the courage to see how prejudiced and blind you have become in the presence of this object of attachment. When you do, you'll feel a yearning to rid yourself of every attachment. God, you just want to go be a Buddhist monk somewhere on a mountaintop. The problem is how. How do you get rid of your attachments? How? We can talk about it all day, but please, someone give me a blueprint. It's only another page long, this blueprint. You guys ready for it? We're doing good. One more page. It's a blueprint of how. When you see this, you'll feel a yearning to rid yourself of every attachment. The problem is how. Renunciation and avoidance is no help. Oh, I'm never going to do it again. That's renunciation. Avoidance, that's not going to do it. Those aren't help. For to blot out the sound of the drum once again makes you as hard and insensitive as to concentrate on it solely. So yeah, you were, I love the drum. Now I'm going to get rid of my attachment to the drum. I'm going to avoid it. You're still just as attached as you avoid it. What you need is not renunciation, but understanding, awareness. If your attachments have caused you suffering and sorrow, that's a help to understanding. It's an attachment. If you haven't at least once in your life had the sweet taste of freedom and the delight in life that unattachment brings, that's a good help. Now you know what it's going to feel like when you do it more and more. But there's no substitute for the awareness that shows you the loss you suffer when you overvalue the drum and when you turn a deaf ear to the rest of the orchestra. I've done that so many times in my life, I can't even tell you. The day that happens and your attachment to the drum drops, by the way, it's practice. Just like meditation's practice, just like anything that you want to do to grow spiritually, it takes practice. I don't want to be, why am I feeling this way? Why is it? Because I have an attachment to this thing, this object, this person, this situation, this goal. Do you know what I found out was evaluating myself? I have attachments to goals. Like furtive, obsessive attachments. Can I just make a plan and work? And it'll happen and it'll happen. The flower isn't obsessed about putting out his fragrance. He just does it. Do you know what I mean? Like I get obsessed. I want to put out more fragrance. That's an attachment. And you're not happy when you're doing that. You're happy when you're just putting out the right amount of flower, fragrance. You will no longer say to your friend, now this is super cool. This is super cool. I have to practice this. Listen to words right now. Listen to words. We're almost done here. Listen to words. When I was reading this chapter, I was like, I need to read. I do a good job of speaking positively. I do. I use a lot of positive words and neuro-linguistics programming stuff. Just how I program myself to be a better person. Speak better. But watch this. Wait till we get to Mushfest. By the way, Mushfest is in 1 month from today. We'll talk about that in question and answer. Let's talk like this at Mushfest, okay? Listen. Can we talk to each other like this at Mushfest, please? Listen. The day that happens, your attachment to the drum stops, and you'll no longer say to your friend, how happy you have made me. For in so saying, you flatter his ego. And you manipulate him into wanting to please you again. I never thought of that. I tell you, gosh, you made me happy. I'm actually manipulating your ego and wanting a situation where I can flatter you again. You give yourself the illusion that your happiness depends on your friend. Rather, you should say, when you and I met, happiness arose. That leaves the happiness uncontaminated by his ego and yours. Neither of you can take credit for it. And that makes it possible for the two of you to part with no attachment to each other or to the experience which your meeting generated. Man, oh man, I never, ever thought of this. When you move on to the next situation or person or work, you can do so without any emotional carryover. And then you make the joyful discovery that the symphony arises there too. It's playing a different melody for that situation. And then the next, and then the next. Now you'll move through life living from one moment to the other, wholly absorbed in that present, carrying with you so little from the past that your spirit could pass through the eye of a needle, as little distracted by the worries of the future as the birds of the air and the flowers of the field. You'll be attached to no person or thing, for you will have developed a taste for the symphony of life. Gosh, I'm ready to cry. I love this. You will love life alone with the passionate attachment of your whole heart and your whole soul and your whole mind and all your strength. Gosh, I feel like this is me. You'll find yourself traveling unencumbered and free as a bird in the sky. Always live in the eternal now. And you'll have found in your heart the answer to the question, Master, what is it that I must do to get eternal life? I think the answer is drop your attachments. I'll be right back. Commercial time. Contact fungi2u.pops@gmail.com as he wipes his eyes. Oh gosh, this stuff is so good. I read it and I want to live it. I read it and I want to live it. I want to practice it. I want to practice it everywhere I go. In everything I do. Am I perfect? No. I guess I'm better this year than I was last year, though. I really am. Like last year, I wouldn't have told anybody, I'm getting really sucky at my website. I gotta stop. I have to reevaluate myself. Now I'm like, so what? Let's go. Top 10. We're gonna do a giveaway. Top 10, and then we're gonna do a question and answer for a little while. Top 10. Gosh, that felt good. That felt good. I am living an eternal life. Magic carpet ride. Give me 5 people, but it'll be more. But at least 5 say, I'm living an eternal life. I'm living an eternal life. In the here and now. In the here and now. Top 10. Top 10 lag. Top 10 countries. A minute ago we did states. A minute ago we did states with the greatest road networks. We're going for countries with the greatest road networks. Red Badger's eternal. Tygon is living it. Here we go. Top 10 countries. USA is number 1. I did not pick it. I picked one off of the top 10 country with the most roadways. Germany, France, India. I'm reading them on my screen as I see them. Europe, China, Italy, UK, Germany, Dubai, Japan, Germany, China, Nepal, New Friends, Spain, Germany, India, Italy, Canada. France, I still haven't seen it. Indu, Canada, India, France, Argentina, Brazil, good morning, Sherry. China, Argentina, no. Austria, no. Brazil, no. Britain, no. Spain and China and Singapore and Italy. I'm reading them as I see them. Philippines, and I'm right up there with you guys. Ukraine, I'm living an eternal life, Greg says. Russia, Singapore, Portugal, Germany. Canada, Brazil. Terry Newman, kill it. It's Australia. Terry knows this stuff. I'm surprised Jesus Christ didn't know. I'm kidding. Terry Newman, kill it. Kill it. Terry Newman got it right. Terry Newman gets a lot of things right. He's a great, great guy. Terry, we're going to be happy to send you a Pops 10 pack. And then, we freeze dry things here once in a while, right? And then we also grind them up to make sure we do little things with them. Here is 3 different freeze-dried, then ground up. They're a gram each. And we're going to put that in there. You could do whatever you want with those. Okay? Boy, it's a bad lag this morning, isn't it? Is it going to be a bad day for question and answer? We're just now getting around to seeing that Terry won on the screen. Terry, I hope you saw with the lag and all what we would love to send you. Terry, in order for me to get it to you, I would like you to send your address to contact fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. This will be for a little while until the new sites are up and running, etc., etc. Okay? So, Terry, you want to give it to a newbie? Terry, okay. Terry, you run a contest. Run a contest while we're here today, and by the end of the show, you tell me who you're giving it to. I don't mind giving it to you, my friend. Okay? It's up to you. Your name's on the box right now. If you want me to change the name and put someone else's on it, I would be happy to do that because it just proves how you're just proving what I said, what a sweet and good guy you are. Okay. We ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. What's the first question? Question me. Everybody's asking Terry. That's okay. That's what you should do. You can't get something if you don't ask for it. Everybody has a right to ask, and anybody that's asked has a right to say yes or no. Okay, Terry, that sounds good, but I want you to give it away just like Trippy Vicky did. You can do it. You can do it, man. You'll give it away. Ms. Red Badger, you know what? Being on T every morning reminds me to be kind. You can't come on here and be a grumple lump. Doesn't work. You got to come on here and you got to be honest and you got to be real. People will see right through you if you're not. And then learn to not get attached. That's what I'm learning. Give it all away. Don't hold on to anything, and you actually keep everything. It's weird. The more you give away, the more you get to give away. We're going to have the neatest harvest. Tygon, how do you make a tincture or extract from mushies? It's my question of the day. So I'm going to suggest a very quick answer. Go Google blue ice. Blue ice technique. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the name. Who's the guy? The mushroom guy. Blue ice technique. It's super simple dimple, okay? And it's easier for you to read Google than me to spend 15 minutes explaining it. Blue ice is what it's called. It's a blue ice technique. Blue juice, but it's blue ice because they actually use an ice in the process. Paul Stamets, that's it. Blue ice or blue juice. It could be blue juice and Paul Stamets. Okay? Now, we use a bunch of different techniques, but I haven't made any tinctures or extracts here in quite a while. And I don't have them on my future right now. But I have quite a few different techniques. Hey, does that drop form commercial airlines? I'm not sure. Winner, Truzo, who won? Who's the winner? Who is the winner? I don't know. Send it to Side Branches. You got it. Sidey hasn't won anything in a minute. Sidey. Side Branches. Terry said Sidey. Terry said Sidey is getting this one. Side Branches. Congratulations. Hey, Side Branches. Obnoxious Pop moment. Give me 2 people say it's okay to be Obnoxious Pop's commercial guy. Is it okay? Is it all right? Obnoxious Pops. I'll get to you 1 second, Matt, on trike. Obnoxious Pops, commercial guy. Sidey, contact fungi2u.pops@gmail.com. Okay? I'm coming up with a whole rhythm how to say it. How obnoxious. I don't want to be doing it, but I have to get it in your mind that that's where I need the thing to come to me. Okay? Trike. Trike, once you see it, you're done. Hate to tell you. You don't fight it once it's there, Matt. Unfortunately, it's one of the rules of trike. Once it gets there and you see it, I think I explained a little yesterday, trike is an airborne contaminant first. When you see it's green, it's well past already being contaminated. The air itself, inside your tub, inside the jar, inside the bag, inside anything that you'll see that green, the air is already completely contaminated. And so when you see even one little grain is green, every grain's gonna turn green soon. You can't go in there and pluck one grain out of your jar and then reseal the jar. The only reason it turned green is because the air was contaminated, turned it green. It's the first one to go green. The others are waiting to happen. Same thing with your substrate. When you have it in a tub, you've had your lid closed. Usually, your trike happens for 2 to 3 reasons. 1, you didn't have a clean build the tub procedure. 2, it was too wet. Trike likes wet air. And that's why we fan a lot. That's one of the 2 reasons we fan a lot. We want fresh oxygen in there, not moldy, stagnant oxygen that the trike likes, that it's living in the air. And then you'll see it pop up on your substrate in little green splotches. Once you see splotch green number 1, I've tried a million things, excising that section out and do this and do that and put it in the hospital, separate it from the... You might get a fruit or 2 off of it, but I don't even want one that's been in the trike air at that point. So, once you see trike, that's the deadly disease. How to clean it? Bleach, a mixture of water and bleach. You get that tub out of the area and you give it a heck of a good scrub down with bleach and water. And then you can put it back into service. Okay? And if you've got a room full of tubs and things, make sure that get any contaminated looking tub, get it out of there pretty much as quick as you can. Caitlin, I agree with you. That is what I call the nut kicker. Trike is the nut kicker in our game. At the end of the day, you have to have leather balls. We talk about that. Trike is the one that comes along and goes, boop, I don't care about you. Boop, I'm like, and usually you did it. Because there's a lot of grows that can go a long time without a trike issue. And then when they are there, you can almost can deduce backwards, if there's such a thing as deducing backwards. You can almost work backwards, detective work, and go, I think I know where it came from. Okay? Leather breasticles. I don't want you guys kicked that high a trip. Let's just say you guys got kicked in the shin. Girls get kicked in the shin. Another question. Any other questions? Trike is good for soil health, though, right? If you're for other kinds of plants, other kinds of things will grow friendly and fine with it. But I'm not a big expert on it, so I don't know which ones are where. but certainly. What is my advice for microdosing? Okay, my advice for microdosing is start like it's a vitamin program. And remember, microdosing is not tripping. People are, hey, how come I'm not tripping out? Tripping is another place that you go, and another reason that you'll use the therapy, the medicinal therapy. Microdosing, I stand deeply by, because the people that I've worked with and know and have, just developed deep relationships over years now, use microdosing like they use a Flintstone vitamin. 2 in the morning, boop, done. Take a day or two off here or there. Keep your tolerances reasonable. But it's basically a continuous growth process. And you will, if you become a steady microdoser. I did it. You know what's the crazy story? For 2 years, some of you'll remember, my very first year of being public on IG, I hadn't microdosed. I hadn't tripped mushrooms. I was growing them, loving what they did for me my personality and my growing awareness of nature, etc. But I had no experience with them whatsoever. My son and my friends, and I had so many testimonials telling me these amazing results that I was like solid. This is my life passion, but I hadn't even tried them. Over a year ago, this coming March will be 2 years, I did a microdose regimen. Completely changed my life. Like that. Like some of my obsessions, I stopped smoking tons of weed. My creativity went off the chart. I'm like, all of a sudden, I was 63. All of a sudden, my 63-year-old brain felt like it was 30. Like a complete new lease on life. Complete new lease. My brain is like Benjamin Button. My brain's going Benjamin Button. My advice on microdosing was the original question. 2 a day. That's it. Just take them like a vitamin. Don't try to trip out with them. I'm not the big trip proponent, and I'll tell you why. I'll just tell you why. This is Pops being real. If I look at mushrooms as a drug, as a homeopathic nature drug, healing medicine of some sort, if I look at it like that, I'll also recognize that there's other drugs that have a purpose, a real purpose. I'll give an example. Hate this one, but it's a truth. Oxycodone. What do they call that? Oxy stuff. It's supposed to be a pain reliever, right? Supposed to take one, follow the doctor's orders, etc. I'm not getting into the politics of any of this. I'm just giving you guys an example. It's easy to abuse those drugs. It's easy to take too many. Take a whole bottle full and then chase it with alcohol. And now you're tripping. It's easy to abuse something that wasn't meant for that. That's my whole thought. Now, is it meant for once in a year to have some ego-shattering experience and you have to take a large dose? I think yes. Is it meant to have to do that every weekend? Because you're going to go to a concert every weekend, so you're going to take 5 grams every weekend you go? I think you're using that kind of the way other people are using their drugs. But I'm not the judge, and it isn't my job to decide what your dosing is or anything like that. So I just see, and not very many people, but it's...
That's a lot, though. 5 grams is a lot.
Spoken from a veteran. And again, it's personal. And there's like, don't take anything personal. Nostos is saying 7 is better, Brock. So, anyways, that was just me rambling, but I don't like to see things get abused. If you're abusing it, that's one thing. If it's really, wow, that I'm gonna make a difference in my therapeutic walk, man, I'm gonna be the guy giving it to you. Okay? So, that's my thought. Eric's, but I love concerts, Pops. you're, you're hilarious, Eric. Give me one more question. I'll do more question and answer tomorrow. Let's do more question and answer tomorrow. We didn't do it good enough today, and I'll do it earlier where I'm not rambler. Okay? Give me one more question. Young, be careful. Young's like, I plan on doing half an ounce, man. Be careful. No. Yeah, green table, I kind of look at it like that. That's a good way to pick it. Pops, quick oats, whole oats prep. Very quick. Easy. 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 Whole oats prep. I'm going to read it quick. Easy. It's one of the easiest we did here. Oh, watch this. Wait for this. Brock just cooked some whole oats. This bag of these are sterilized. These are sterilized right there. Quick story. So we filled 9 jars of these. There was even a video of him filling the jars. We filled 9 jars, okay? The pressure cooker that he has here only holds 7 of these at a time, which is still really great. So we put the 7 in and cooked them, sterilized them. So we have 7 sterilized. This is 1. It was done 2 or 3 days ago. Okay. The other 2 that hadn't been sterilized were sitting on the kitchen sink countertop, waiting for 5 more to join it so we could run a batch. 24 hours later, I went and I looked at those 2 jars, and they were already contaminating on the top of the jar, like a cobweb contam. Because they had sat there, prepped jar, or prepped wet grain, hydrated grain, sat there for less than 24 hours. I mean, obviously it was even contaminated before that. You can't let your stuff, prep your jars and have them sitting around for very long before you put them in your pressure cooker. Okay? So be careful. Don't do that. So we had to empty those 2 jars and start over with those. So, to only make the amount of jars that you need, that you're going to cook right then, that you're going to sterilize right then and there. Whole oats. The whole oats recipe. By the way, Twist Tech, Nostos. Twist Tech and Mound Tech. Mound Tech is what we do after we get the rice out of our Uncle Ben's bag. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some, I'm serious about this. Give me, what's the word? Affirmation? Yeah, say, go, Pops, go. Like you see me, I'm in a race, right? And if I was in a race and you guys saw me, would you guys be in the stands going, go, Pops, go? Or would you be saying, would you not say anything? You'd cheer for me, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you like yell, yeah, go, dude? Even if I'm like not in first place, you'd still be yelling for me, right? I know you would. I'd do it for almost any one of you. Any one of you, actually. Go, Pops, go. We're writing another book. We're writing a second little book on Mound Tech. Go, Pops, go. Okay, we are. We're going to have that out before Thanksgiving. I'd like to do it before Mush Fest, but I don't know if I will. Right. Go, Pops, go. And then it'll be one quick book. You get it. You get an Uncle Ben's bag. Uncle Ben's bag. You get this book. You'll be the Mushroom King of Sacramento. Okay, look at all you guys say. Go, Pops, go. Preparing whole oats. Put a pot of water on the stove and bring it to a rolling boil. Put oats into the boiling water, allowing them to be covered by the water. Turn the burner off so the water doesn't continue to boil. You don't want it to continue to boil after your oats have gone in it. So we turn it either all the way off or at a very low simmer. Set the timer for exactly 30 minutes and let the oats steep in the water. You should see tiny little white tips coming out of the grains at about 30 minutes. Not all of them, a few of them get a little tip on them, little white tip sticking out. That's the inside of the grain coming out of the husk part. Remove the pan from the stove, immediately pour oats into a strainer and rinse them with cold water. This will stop them from cooking further. Now let the oats cool. Now spread the oats on a dry screening area or a clean area, and then allow them to dry. They're ready to jar when you can place a few grains on a single piece of tissue paper and they leave no watermark. Fill each jar to about 3/4 or a half, depending on what you're going to be doing with that jar. Cover the jar with your lid and filter and injection port. Pressure cook this immediately. Don't wait till tomorrow. For 90 minutes at 15 psi. Then you'll remove the jars from the pressure cooker and allow your jars to cool. We'll shake them up and move them around for the next 48 hours. Roll them on their sides occasionally, etc. After 48 hours, they're ready to be inoculated. That's whole oats, the quickest thing you've ever done. 30 minutes from the time you start to the time you're pouring cold water on the whole oats. The whole process altogether, by the time they're dry, depends on where you're drying them. So it's hard to say how long it's going to take yours to dry. We have a screen and we put a fan on it so we get good air. Ours are dry in an hour. Okay? So, thank you for that. Let's do a final giveaway of today. Let's do our final giveaway. We're doing I think this one's going to be easy. Okay? The screen, I got it from Amazon. It's a laundry folding screen, or a laundry drying screen. And it's really neat because it comes in Big Al's asking about one we saw posted the other day. And there are 4 of them, they come in a stack. So if you're really running a lot of grain, you can run 4 screens at one time. Okay? Let's do a final giveaway for today. This one I think might be easy. Because you guys are smart. Here we go. What am I? You know what, Jesus Christ? Jeff Coleman's changed his job hours. And he's back on a different shift and he's having an impossible time getting here live. He was telling me that via text the other day. I miss my friend Jeff. He has to work. He has a job. Okay, what am I? I am the most pirated movie of all time. I will, Kim. I absolutely will. That's sweet of you. I am the most pirated movie of all time. What am I? I'm the Titanic. I'm Star Wars. I'm Titanic. I'm Godfather. I'm E.T. I'm Godfather. The most pirated movie. There it is. Rebel Rob. Rebel Rob. Rebel Rob. Rebel Rob. Rebel Rob. Rebel. Told you guys are smart. Wouldn't take long. It's Avatar. 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 I am the most pirated movie of all time. I was the first film to gross more than $2 billion. I was going to be produced in 1999, but I would have been too expensive, so I was started in 2005. I am scheduled to have 4 sequels. And this one's final. This one, I remember this. Movie theaters had to buy special equipment to show me. Just to show the movie. They have one of the Avatar's sequels coming out this year or soon, right? They released the same movie. That's what it is. Who releases a movie that's... Who's going to go see a movie at the movie theater that's 17 years old? Really? Haven't I seen it on TV since or nothing? No, we don't. I don't know. I liked it just for the animation part. And that's why I liked it. The rest of it was kind of, I don't know, a little, I don't know. It's a part two. It's a part two. I didn't know that. Top 10. So it is a sequel? Wait. So the Avatar coming out is going to be, oh, it's just they're remaking it with IMAX? Rebel Rob saying, give it to H-Town Wolf. That's very sweet of you, Reb. That's very, very sweet of you. That's cool. H-Town. H-Town. I'm going to show you what H-Town won. H-Town. Before I even show it to you, before I show you everything, I'm going to ask you to put up with obnoxious pop. Contact fungi to you @gmail.com. That was terrible. 10-pack for H-Town Wolf. And let's go ahead and throw 2.7 grams of freeze-dried penis envy right at you. That's what Rebel Rob just did. Okay. The one coming out is a sequel? Okay. I thought it would be silly to re-release the same one. I'm not standing in line to go see it. If it comes to my house, I'll watch it. H-Town. Now he wishes he kept it. Peace. Did you guys have a wonderful morning this morning? I did. Let's be here tomorrow morning. We'll do better question and answer stuff. Let's get after the question and answer. We got to learn. We got a lot to talk about, right? We have so much to talk about. And then we'll read a little bit too. Be impeccable. Sometimes it hurts. Humans have pain. Flowers lose their petals. Have a great day. Slingy, Green, Caitlin, sure was lovely. Shasta and Spoonie and Slingy and Ms. Red Badger. Much love to all, be kind. Numa, special. It's always great when Brookie D's here. I Losty and Jeffrey Hodgson all the way from New Zealand. I love it when he flies in. Sandy and Trippy and Bubblegum, Kello and Chris and Naya. Love you. Have a great day. Kimberly, have a fantastic one, doll. Rebel, that was kind of you. Very good guy. RX and Numa and Big J, you're pretty handsome. Have a wonderful day. City Hunt, you and Mom, loving it. Why young prepping? Hey, bro, watch out for that 15-gram jump. That might be a little bit overboard. Overjoyed, side branches, Greeny and Green Table and Jesus Christ in Australia. Jesus Christ wants you to be blessed, Brock. Yep, he sent you a blessing all over from Australia. Bye, peoples. And exception, have a great day. And Nagashishidori. Yes, I do. Instagram. Pops to you .2. That's what it, no, I take that back. Fungi to you .2. Instagram. That's for Nagashi. Trippin' and Mushmouth and Peace Pops and Sherry, love you. Whiskey, love you. Russell, ya soon. Sidey and Ms. Red every single day. Nerdy and Truzo. Truzy, I saw something's in the mail to you. It's coming soon. Terry, have a great day, you kind, generous person. MVP, Eric. Big J, be impeccable always. Ladrand. Nagashi, yes, I just gave it to you. Somebody write it out for Nagashi. Joe Dubiel, why young, H-Town Wolf. Yes, Nagashi, I just told it to you. It's fungi to you .2. Get after it, you'll find me. I can't imagine. No saltos, exception. There it is. There it is, Nagashi. Go look at exception. She wrote it down for us. Thank you. Godbath and Laddie and Laura. Be Divine, DBs, there you are. Jesus and Biggie Alley and Big J right behind him. Young, Be Good, Trippin' and Miz. Eric, boy, I don't think I'm even close. H-Town, yep, I caught you. MDK, as in Dennis the Menace the Dennis. Truzo, DBs, and Greeny Grass. Thank you for writing it out for him. Okay, you guys, I'll see you here tomorrow. Let's do some question and answer. Let's be impeccable in all we do. Let's be examples to one another in kindness. See you guys tomorrow. Same mush time, same mush channel.